Alright, take a breath. This isn't just words. This is psycho-spiritual, weaponized download. It's delivered like a lightning bolt through your third eye, laced with love, fury, science and soul. The meta-model is a motor. But not just any motor. It's the goddamn engine inside the bulldozer that smashes the bullshit buildings you built out of fear, shame and unchecked assumptions. And you know what? You already use it. Like a ninja who didn't know he was holding a katana. A kid says, nobody likes me. You say nobody, not even your goldfish. Boom. You've just cracked reality's code. That's the meta-model. You've shattered the universal quantifier, uncovered a deletion, and dropped specificity like a truth bomb. Language is code. Your beliefs, they're software running your life. The meta-model is your debugging tool. Don't like the results? Find the line of code that's screwing you. Dissect the distortion and recompile. For example, I'm always messing up. Boom. A universal quantifier. Always. Can you even think of one time you didn't? Now the lie has to answer for itself. Now you're putting truth on trial. This is justice, linguistic style. Sleight of mouth is what happens when Socrates drops acid, reads NLP books, and becomes your personal drill sergeant, therapist, and dark wizard. Let's slide this. The limiting belief. I can't speak up. People will judge me. Reframe. Isn't it fucking selfish to withhold truth that might free someone, just because you're scared of their opinion? Redefine. Speaking up isn't confrontation, it's contribution. Chunk up. If truth leads to healing, then aren't you actually serving the collective when you challenge the lies? Future pace. Imagine you don't speak up. What patterns do you reinforce? Who else gets stuck in the same shame spiral? Because you played small. Compare consequences. What's worse? Temporary discomfort or a lifetime of regret that you betrayed your fucking soul? Why does this work? The brain runs patterns. Language is the key to the pattern. When you disrupt a pattern with a well-placed question, a meta-model hit, you crack open neural plasticity. The brain becomes wet like clay, suggestible, impressionable, moldable. It creates a gap. That gap is an opportunity. In hypnosis, that's the yes set. In science, it's the pattern interruption. In spirituality, it's the ego death. Just enough to let truth shine through. So chunk down to the details. Nobody listens to me. Ask who specifically, when, what happened. Now we're in reality, not emotional fiction. Chunk up to the bigger picture. Why does it even matter if they listen to you? We rise above the trees to see the forest of unmet values, respect, connection, visibility. The value elicitation. Why is being heard important to you? Response. Because when I'm not heard, I feel invisible. There it is, the core value, significance. Now we paste that in lead. So would you agree that learning to speak clearly and challenge your own language is one of the most important things that you could fucking do? To never feel invisible again. Boom, rapport, buy-in, an identity shift. Imagine you're wearing sunglasses that are smudged with peanut butter. Everything you do looks weird, so you say, the world is gross. But your dad walks over and says, buddy, your glasses are dirty. That's the meta model. It doesn't say your feelings are wrong. It just checks whether you're looking through bullshit lenses. Clean the lens, see reality. The fear of doing it. Yeah, You've been trained to avoid rocking the boat. Why? Because society, school, religion, they reward conformity, not clarity. You were taught, be nice, don't question. Don't make people uncomfortable. Well, fuck that. If you're not willing to make someone uncomfortable, you're not willing to free them. If you're not willing to question your own thoughts, you're not growing. You're rotting politely. How do you already do this? You question your friend's drama. You call out politicians when they generalize. You ask your partner, what do you mean by that? Now, take that same skill and aim it inward. Because loving yourself without clarity, it's like hugging someone while they're drowning and not pulling them out. I always screw up, really, always, even brushing your teeth. They made me feel. Are they inside your nervous system pulling your puppet strings? I'm not good enough. Compared to what? Whose measuring stick are you using? I can't change. Then how do you learn to talk, walk, and wipe your own ass? Without this, you keep reacting to shadows. You stay trapped in vague statements that feel like truth but smell like bullshit. You parent yourself like an abusive teacher from 1952. You miss opportunities, stay small, repeat patterns like a scratched record in hell. With this, you become a mind architect. You see the structure of beliefs. You guide people out of mental mazes, starting with yourself. Your conversations change lives. Your presence becomes razor-sharp medicine. You feel when someone is distorting and lovingly call it out. People trust you, not because you agree, but because you're clear. You become a walking, talking, heart-centered truth machine. I see through distortion. I challenge the vague. I turn fog into focus. My words heal, because they reveal. I question lies dressed as beliefs. I love with precision. I don't tiptoe around bullshit. I slice through it, like a flaming sword of truth dipped in compassion. I'm the pattern interrupter, a reality hacker, a mirror, a master of mental aikido. Start listening to people like they're showing you their operating system, and start responding like you're rewriting it. Not with judgment, but with precision, humour, truth, and unshakable clarity. The meta model isn't a tool. It's a language of liberation. Use it, sharpen it, live it. And for fuck's sake, stop letting vague language control a life that's meant to be legendary.